Hello and welcome back to episode 21 of Take to the Skies, St Albans FC. And of course, as you know, it's time for an FA Cup second round game. So since you were last with us, we've had a bit of a mix. We beat Eastleigh 1-0, but then we did lose our little run with a 1-0 loss to Yeovil. But in fairness, Yeovil are a very good team. They're predicted third. We're higher than we expected to be. What I am grateful of, we've got a 16-point gap to the relegation zone, so I'm very happy with that. But of course, today is all about the FA Cup second round against Luton. So before we get into that, if you are enjoying the series, please do leave a like and subscribe. Any support is greatly appreciated. And give me a comment, your prediction for this game. Are we going to cause a shock or are we going to go out? Let me know what you think. And let's go and get into it. And the lineup we're going with today, we've got Parks in goal. Stark, Adebayo, Chanel and Longello make up the back four. Ballantyne as the holding midfielder. Napa on the right, Pett in the middle, and then Matthews a bit further forward in the middle, and Coley on the left wing, with Samuels up front as a lone striker. But of course, as usual, Matthews is there as a shadow striker, so he's going to be giving some support to Samuels. And let's see if we can cause an upset. It's a home game, so that's a slight advantage for ourselves. But on the flip side, they're challenging for playoffs into League One, so that's an advantage for them. They're basically about a 24 places above us, which, at this stage we could have drawn even worse, so you never know. Matthews is breaking away here, plays it through for Samuels, who's got space to run into if he can cut inside here. Takes it round the defender and gets a shot off, but it hits the post. But a very good effort from Samuels. Let's encourage them. We're looking to really grind out a result here rather than, we're not expecting to Napa's being injured. Okay, so Pett is going to go out onto the wing. And then Wise is going to go into midfield. That is far from ideal, and I really hope that's not a serious injury for Napa, because he's been really good as of late. Let's not do anything because it's half time. Half time, 0-0. I wouldn't say they've particularly dominated the game. They've had possession, but we've wanted them to have possession. They haven't been able to create much. So, let's tell them we're pleased with how things are going so far. And get into the second half. We're going to encourage them again. And so far, so good for St Albans here. We've got half an hour left to go. And we're looking at making changes. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to send Rush on because Samuel's not having much luck. Let's see if Rush can be a player that can come on and make a difference. He's not played a lot this season. Harrop with a cross. Ballantyne heads away. Coley's not able to run onto it because Sadlier is more alive to it. Shodipo plays it back to Calavera, who goes back to Oso, back to Wharton. Rush is there, but doesn't manage to get the ball off him. Ball over the top to Parrott. And we've done well to get back, and Chanel's made a rash tackle. And it's a penalty for Luton. And we need a big moment from Parks here. He had a big penalty shootout last time out. And this time, unfortunately, he isn't able to do so. Let's fire them up. And, there's not really a lot we can do here with what we've got on the bench. They're annoyed that I've fired them up. I don't understand that. I think what we're going to do is... God, what do we do here? I think we're going to do this. We're going to send Stark into centre back. Oh. Longello can come off for Hunter. And let's just see if we can nick a goal. I'm not expecting to, but we might as well go for it. Because if we don't go for it, then we're just going down without even trying. So let's see if we can pull something out of the bag here. We've got 5 minutes to try and do so. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen at all. And it hasn't. Unfortunately, our cup run does end in the second round to a penalty of all things. I'm going to tell them, putting the result aside, it was a pleasing performance, but can we tell... I'm going to tell him I'm not happy because he did give away the penalty. That otherwise, we could have been taking them to a replay. But unfortunately, that isn't what happens, and we are out of the FA Cup in the second round. But now we've got a chance to go and get back on form in the league. Let's see if we can go and do that. And for the game against Torquay United, we have had some enforced changes, so it is quite a different team to what played in that second round. We've got Parks in goal still. Stark remains at right back, but then the rest of the back four is now made up of Bowery, Mensah and Sanders. Then in the holding midfield, we've got Thomas. In midfield, we've still got Pett, but on the right, we've now got Wiltshire. And then in the number 10, we've still got Matthews. Myring has come in on the left wing, and Samuels is still up front. So only 4 players remain, which is just due to fitness problems. And I'm thinking we can get by this game, whatever happens, really. And then they've got a bit of a longer rest before our next game. Pett clears the ball upfield. Kerr is able to bring it down in a bit of space. And then the long ball forward, Bowery heads down, but Evans plays it through for Waters, and it's 1-0. And that is not a great start, because less than 3 minutes in, we find ourselves 1-0 down to Torquay United. And it's all come from that one long ball. Bowery headed it down to Evans, and then nobody's tracked this Waters' run. They've got this 4-3-3 as well, which means they're really going to be overloading our defence. Although you would hope that Thomas in that holding midfield could help out, and it was nearly 2-0 there. Let's try and exploit the wings, I think. We're going to go a bit wider in hopes that we can stretch their team and be able to focus those attacks, which should give us a bit of an advantage throughout the rest of this game. Although Pett is already looking very tired. We might have to bring him off even at half time. We could really have done with this game being on the Wednesday instead of the Tuesday. But unfortunately that wasn't how the games fell. And at half time, we're going to tell them we've not seen what they're capable of. We're going to send them back out, but early on in the second half, Pett is going to be coming off. And we're going to do that now for Wise. I don't know what that highlight was. It was very odd. And now, just past the hour mark, let's make another change here. Let's send Longello up on the left wing and just see if he can create a chance for us. We've got a throw in here with Stark. It's booted away by Lewis to Waters, who's gone past his man, plays it through to Whitfield, who's got all the space in the world, and that is game over. 2-0 for Torquay, and it was just as simple as having those 3 men forward. Never stood a chance against it. And unfortunately, it's going to be a 3rd loss in a row for St Albans, and we are going to be desperate to try and make sure this doesn't roll over into the next the next 3 games. We need to bounce back as soon as possible. I hope this is just due to how rotated the squad is for today, although Matthews has got one back there. A brilliant ball in from deep from Sanders. And we're going to send Hunter on as a poacher and just see if he can nab a late goal for us, perhaps. It's unlikely, but if you don't try, you don't get. As Moore plays it back into midfield, although Matthews manages to intercept that, and unfortunately that was the end of the highlight because it looked like it could have led to something promising. Let's fire them up. We've got moments to go. We've got a very late throw-in. Wiltshire plays it back to Stark, who is dispossessed by Whitfield, and this is dangerous as Torquay United break away. Ball through towards Stott. He's got men in the box. Kazela is one of them, but somehow we have managed to prevent a goal there. But unfortunately, that leaves the ball at the wrong end of the pitch, and it is full time. A 2-1 loss. I'm not too unhappy about it. We had to rotate a lot. My hope is more for the next game we're going to have a fully fit team again. But let's go and have a look at where we're going to come back next. So I think what we're going to do next, we've got Hemel Hempstead in the FA Trophy 3rd round. We'll come back for the 4th round provided we win. If not, then we'll probably come back for the Fly game at the end of January maybe. We'll come back somewhere around there. Otherwise, 4th round or after the January transfer window. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like. Comment down below how you think the rest of the season is going to go. Is this just a blip because we were rotating a lot? Let me know what you think. And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.